If you were with us yesterday, you saw a real-life example of food for thought, or perhaps it's better described as a debate over dollars and diet. Nick Bratton serves as a state legislator in Missouri. He's introduced a bill in the state house there that would bar food stamp recipients from using their government assistance to purchase luxury items such as steak or lobster. The legislation would likewise ban the purchase of what you and I commonly call junk food, cookies, chips, and soft drinks. So predictably, the Washington Post was pretty harsh to Bratton. Columnist Dana Milbank claiming this approach would dehumanize the poor. Nick Bratton denies that, says his bill is all about accountability.
It's out of control to where, it's not nutritional food items that they're purchasing. It's soda and all the fatty junk foods, and it's on the taxpayer dime. And I think that's wrong. It's an injustice to those who are paying into the system.
When it was noted that fluctuating food prices often mean that nutritional foods cost more than junk food, Representative Bratton maintained it's really a matter of making smarter choices.
And let's look at a package of, cookies that are $2 a piece or $3 a piece. You can buy a healthy fruit item for that same amount of cost. And not to mention, what a way to budget your money, just like everyone else has to. We all have limitations with our budget that we must live within, and we got to make those decisions. Will this food item go the distance for my dollar?
Now, this approach is gaining in popularity. In fact, its appeal cuts across party lines, racial lines, and even state lines. Jade Nicole is on the air at WTUG-FM, a radio station that plays R&B and old school in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She says she supports the basic notion behind Nick Bratton's bill in Missouri.
Perhaps it should be used like the WIC program, where, you're allotted to get whatever is given to you, the necessities, and then for the other options, anything else you want to purchase, you purchase with your own money. Of course, some people need help. Some people need assistance. And I think that the assistance should be just that, assistance, not dependency.
Now, here's the problem. Our public assistance programs have led many to the very dependency that Jade Nicole just decried. 3 years ago, the documentary Welfare Fraud in America was released. In it, the filmmakers asked a welfare mom if she felt okay about not having a job.
I'm comfortable with it, and I feel like I don't need to look for one because I get a check from the government every month. I get $780 in food stamps, $500 in TANF, and I get Medicaid and WIC.
She said she was comfortable getting benefits, raising her 4 kids, and under no pressure to look for work. You might have thought that changed a long time ago, and it did, at least for a while. The welfare reform I voted for in Congress and Bill Clinton finally signed into law required recipients to look for work and attached a time limit to benefits so that they would go to work. Sadly, that bipartisan reform ended when President Obama signed the so-called stimulus bill back in 2009. He eliminated that work requirement at the federal level, but states can restore it, and that's the case in Maine. There, adults who are not disabled and do not have dependents cannot get food stamps for more than 3 months unless they work for at least 20 hours a week, participate in a work training program, or volunteer for community projects. More than 9,000 Maine residents have been removed from the state's food stamp program since those requirements were put in place. While food stamp numbers have grown exponentially nationwide, that is not the case in Maine. I guess it really comes down to how you define compassion. President Obama defines it by putting people on welfare. I define it by having people leave welfare and find a job. After all, when it's all said and done, a job is the best social program going. Why don't you chew on that for a while? And that's the way I see it.